Is Joe Biden fake? Is this an actor? What is going on? I'm going to attempt to answer this question in the most concise yet comprehensive manner in this video. I want to ask that as you look at these videos, as you look at this footage, that you have an open mind, that you have an analytical, critical thinking mind to really look deeply at the attributes of who these guys are and to really think, is this possible? And I'm going to give you some evidence of this realm of possibility in having different people play different roles. And don't just look at it just to look at it. Really try to distinguish some of the qualities and the characteristics that you will see before you. Look at these people talking. The one on the left is an older version of Joe Biden, and this is the person on the right. Try to understand the differences in the facial features. Try to look at the eyes, look at the cheeks, look at where the shape of the ears, look at these portraits and see what you're actually looking in front of you. And I want to highlight one specific detail for you, which will probably help you understand that indeed something weird is going on here. Look at these earlobes. Look at the shape of it. Look at how one is attached on the left or on the right, and then the one that's detached and circular on the left. Here's a zoom close-up view of it. Look at the shape, the internal shape of the ears. People that say, oh, it's a facelift, plastic surgery. You don't do these things on an ear lobe. Carefully look at what you're seeing before you. The shape, the distinct shape of it, and all of the marks around it. Look at the wrinkles in the forehead. Look at some of the spots, the marks, the birthmarks. Look at the sunken cheeks. Look at the dents in the one on the left. Look at the one on the right and how there is a more of a circular, a plumpier cheek. Look at how wide these foreheads are. Look at the shape, the hairline. Look at the eyes and the shape of it when they have different facial expressions. Again, the same sunken cheek here on the left. On the right, more of an apple-shaped cheek. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyebrows. Look at all of these features, the square shape of this head. The skin is super smooth on the right, the original Biden, right? More droopy, right? Look at this, right? Look at the shape again on the left, on the right, more of a oval, a round head shape. Look at it closely. Look at the teeth, big teeth. The other one, different mouth, an entirely different shape in their smile. This is a complete smile. The skull, right? This is not plastic surgery. This is not aging. These are totally two different people altogether. Look at the shape of the nose. Look at where all these different things lie when you see the distinct differences, the facial features of this. Just like how you have a unique fingerprint, you have unique forehead wrinkles. And these are used in criminal investigations so that you can distinguish two different people. It's a face print, just like fingerprints. There's no comparison. This is totally a unique and different person. Now, let me show you another quick clip of Hannity and Trump talking about this in brief detail.
I don't know if it's Joe, to be honest with you. It's somebody. Does anybody know who it is?
Track again. This is not a medical diagnosis. I'm not a doctor. I won't play one on TV, but it's pretty clear, transparent. It's obvious. That's not the same guy. That's not the same guy.
Now take a look at this photo. On the left, you can see that the old Joe Biden clearly had some kind of a tattoo, and the one on the right does not. And in this photo, you can see that they have different signatures. They have totally different signatures. You can also see in this other photo that one person is left-handed, one person is right-handed. Now look at this next clip. He's addressing a group of people and he's going to scratch his neck. And look at the way his skin moves. It's going to zoom in. He's scratching it. And then when it zooms in, and it's just going to do another replay, look at how it's wiggling after he scratches. That does not look like real skin. Look at this again. He's scratching it as if there's something underneath it, and then it just kind of wiggles back into place, almost like it's some kind of a silicone mask. Now, up until this point, if you've looked at this with critical thinking, with an analytical mind, and you think to yourself, okay, that does not look like the same person, right? I'm not talking about conjecture, what's going on behind the scenes. I'm looking at evidence of visually seeing what's in front of you. And again, you can go look at past clips. You can do your research yourself. Look at this and ask yourself, am I being tricked that this is a totally different guy or not? And so if you're still blinded by that, right? If someone tells you this is an apple and this is an orange, and you just switch it up and say, oh no, that apple is an orange, this orange is an apple, then no one can help you. This, if you look at it with your eyes and see for yourself, like, okay, there's something else going on here, then you begin to open yourself up to say, okay, then let's ask some questions. What could be the scenario? Is this an actual person, or is this a person with a silicone mask? Because the technology for silicone masks has been around Hollywood and many other places for a very long time. So now I want to show you some footage from a movie 10 years ago, I think it was, called Salt. And it stars Angelina Jolie. Maybe some of you have watched it. But in one of the scenes, Angelina Jolie puts on a silicone mask, just like, with Tom Cruise, the Mission Impossible series. A lot of people know the silicone mask from that movie. But this person is putting it on, right? And you can see the before clip. This is obviously what she looks like. And then the after clip, and I'll just show the clip, right? And you can see this person doing this mission and ripping it off afterwards. Take a look.
I think I saw her.
You saw who?
The other NATO officer. She's here.
And again, here's another article that you can look at, Daily Mail, where it's talking about back, 13 years ago, how their family on the set, they were so shocked by the stunning realism of her transformation that even Brad Pitt, her husband, and the 9-year-old daughter, that Maddox, couldn't even recognize them or didn't even want to kiss them, according to this article, because it was so real. So now obviously you can look at that and say, okay, there is something that's different, some kind of makeup, some kind of silicone mask, something. Look at the behind the scenes of what this is. This prosthetic makeup designer is talking about, and you can look this up yourself, what they're doing. And this is Hollywood. It's Hollywood, and it's very good. It's very, very good. So the way this person is showing what kind of material is being used, how it's being done, how it's being brought together, like the realism behind it, how a real person behind it is actually moving and the skin is moving, what's being used to do that, what kind of makeup goes over it. This is within the realm of possibility. Again, we're not talking about dinosaurs and some crazy stuff. We're looking at this. It's within the realm of possibility. And then you have to ask yourself, if this is going on, right, then what is the reason? What is the meaning behind all of this? And this is where a lot of people are trying to wake you up to see, because this is not some joke. It seems so crazy to somebody to think that a president of the United States, right, or a resident, right, not president, but this person is being used in some form or fashion, being controlled and all that for some reason. And here's another clip with somebody underneath Emma Watson, right? Look at it. Look at this clip. And again, this is all just fake stuff. They're talking, their mouth is moving, they're taking this off, and behind it, there are just the pupils, the eyeballs, their teeth, and all this stuff. This is the kind of technology that exists right now. And so you have to ask yourself, if you are being played, right, what is the reason behind it? Is this person dead? Is the real Joe Biden dead? Was he executed, like a lot of people are saying? Did he just die and they had to keep up this charade, this facade, and they brought in somebody else? At what point did this person go away and then this new person came? If this person is not a real person, right? You've already established, if you have discernment, that this is not the same person. Then after that, if you realize that, okay, then if it's not the same person, is it a real person that's an actor, like a doppelganger? Or is it a fake person, maybe a younger person, who knows, and they have a silicone mask on, right? If they have a latex mask on, then from there, what is the reason, right? These are questions you have to ask yourself. And a lot of us have been saying for a long time, this is theater. This is a movie that you are watching. And then naturally you would ask, well, who's behind this? Is it the good guys that brought this guy in and he's acting on the world stage as being this bad president? Or is it the bad guys? They're trying to bring somebody else in and saying, hey, let's just trick the world and try to make them think that we still have a real president, right? So these are critical thinking questions you have to ask yourself when you discern the world. And why do I bring this up? Because you are being deceived left and right. You're being told what to eat, what to drink, what to take, what to inject, what to believe, how to live your life, and go left, go right, all these things. And they're telling you this is reality. But if you have discernment, if you have a prayer life and you look at this, you would ask yourself, something's amiss. And so that's why later on, when the Antichrist comes, when all these things happen, people will get caught up in this. They'll be taken hook, line, and sinker. They will take the mark of the beast. They won't know what to do because they don't have discernment. They're like sheep that will go and do whatever they're being told to do. And so that's why people are sounding their alarm bells. And we're telling you this kind of stuff, AI, right? CGI, and this kind of stuff. It's so real. It's possible. And it's being used as a technology for whatever nefarious purposes. And so this is where you've got to go in terms of elevating yourself to the next level of awakeness, of discernment. And again, this is just one piece. This is one small piece that I want to bring to your attention as being a huge issue. And a lot of you that are watching, you're awake. You already know. You're like, okay, something is off, right? But I want to just give to you this little piece to show you that, okay, maybe you're right. Maybe there is something. But what really is that? And so a lot of us have gotten to that level of deeper comprehension and insight. And so if you so choose to pray and ask the Lord for discernment, you will see this also. This is not some, facelift, some plastic surgery. There's a lot of people that have also analyzed that. You don't just take the ears and you make them different shapes, right? So there's no excuse apart from the fact that this is clearly not the same person. But what is the reason behind faking it and doing these things? So this is where you've got to go in terms of the direction in discernment and understanding and realizing this perception of reality that you need to wake up to. So want to give you guys this. Love you guys. Talk to you guys very soon.